Don't lie to me. Tell me where did you sleep last night?
You there, Casey? I'm back.
Hey, tourist. Did you discover anything?
I found Kenneth.
You did? Is he still alive?
He wasn't gonna make it. He been...
Oh. Shit.
He wanted me to tell you something.
Yes.
He said you're a good guy, not to feel guilt. He told me all...
Well, if he told you know what you need to know, we can move on.
I know it must be hard, Casey, to talk about it. But it's okay. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, you're right, tourist. It's not easy for me. There was a massacre. 36 people, at least. Civilians. Right at the reserve entrance. Innocent people that we should have been protecting. I should have done something to stop it, but I didn't. I stood there, a coward. And now I don't sleep. I have a nervous twitch in my right hand that gets more pronounced every day, and the guilt is like a 10-ton weight crushing my chest. Are you satisfied now?
No, not satisfied. There's more to tell, and you're not telling it. You can't sleep, you're twitching, you're racked with guilt. Why?
Okay, quit badgering me, please. I'll talk, just give me a second to gather my thoughts. It's all fucking foggy. The whole thing escalated really fast. The first bullet was Foster. I wanted to scream no, but like it just left my body. Everything after that moment was like a nightmare. Jess and Trent started firing. Jess, she was smiling. Kenneth hesitated. He looked right through me like he expected me to have his back. But I did nothing. So he started firing. After that, all I've been able to retain are weird details. Oh, the sounds. Man, I can actually feel...
You mentioned a hat. What hat?
There was this old man. And I watched. And then it flopped onto the floor. I'm worried it'll be there forever. And I keep thinking, did I?
You'll never know for sure, Casey.
That's exactly right, tourist.
We've all piled up regrets. Impossible not to when the world is this fucked up. What sets the good man apart from the evil one is how you live beyond the regret. Do you make better decisions moving forward?
I have to. I can't live with myself otherwise. I have to be better.
Then you will be. Simple as that.
If you say so. Look, tourist, this little chat, it's worn me the fuck out. And I've got rewiring to do to keep from getting electrocuted next time I use this radio. Not that it really fucking matters. Doubtful I'm getting out of here alive. Without that key that has everyone riled up, this is all a waste of time. I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you later, I guess.
Casey, you there?
Weapon crates identified. Memorial Lane. Northwest Corridor. 313. Investigate. Old Town. Weapon haul discovered. The Ward. East Side Narrow. 113. Control. Bastion.
must be stupid.
One on. Advantage is ours.
That must have crawled back into its hole.
This fool wants to eat
Time for the tower to fall.
Oh!
Wealth don't mean shit now, does it?
Let's take this asshole down. Oh, ain't that he coming?
Get the fuck
Don't
out!
hang around too long.
So tough. Let's go. People gonna be pleased when I waste you! Got a Houdini on her.
Oh!
You're gonna show your face here after all you Advantage is ours! Piece of shit!
You and your stupid idol.
You and the cow can go fuck yourself.
This fool wants to eat dirt.
Bring it, you brainwashed!
Doesn't look so tough.
Heard something. Don't hang around too long. Scanning the area.
Walker inside. Finish it quick. Walker. Lower the weapon. Right now.
Scanning the area.
Listen here.
You must be stupid showing your face around here.
that? Some people just don't realize what a scumbag they are. Second time's the charm. Let's take this asshole down. People going to be pleased when I wait for you.
All patrols, return to the tower after 1800 herd stir through the Narrow. Reserve assault prep begins ASAP. 3 to 10 days. Hope for 10. We need fucking time. Reserve strike immediate when Loke is known. Any day, it seems. During prep, patrol sweeps reduced to only once per day, and only through the southern bump and northwest corridor. Reserve assault troops will move through there. With reserve secured and tick infected removed, should have all routes clear in 3 weeks. Back to business. Re-tick infected. Let's still develop it. Currently at 50. Will be higher. Round up raid for immediate exile. Anyone protest, they take the walk. No time for bullshit. Tired of feeding JB's army with dissidents. Elimination, the better option. Georgia.
Walker in sight. Finish it quick. Hate's not a strong enough word for you, tourist. Let's take this asshole down!
I think it's wise.
These things just keep coming.
Hey, tourist. The intel you've been gathering for me has been enlightening to say the least. Georgia is planning on a mass exile in the very near future. Many lives are going to be at risk. I have a few things to discuss with you. I know we were going to try to avoid the face-to-face, but the plan I'm formulating warrants it. Would appreciate your ear. Meet me in the same spot as the first time, churchyard. Thanks for all you're doing. May. Hey, tourist. I'll get right to the point. After looking over the intel you brought me, seems like Georgia is planning to toss out a large number of people real soon. A lot of lives are gonna be in jeopardy. Good news is we have some hope. The map you scored shows a safe way out of NOLA. Just need to buy some time and some space to organize exiles on a large scale, get them ready to move. I think the reserve is gonna provide the opening I need. Georgia and the Tower are so obsessed with it, don't think they'll be concerned with what I'm doing for a short while. And with the Reclaim salivating over it too, once the reserve is unlocked and revealed to the world, courtesy of you, there's gonna be a bloodbath. You can count on that. And that's when I make my move. Window won't be open long, though. It'll be tight, but I gotta take the chance.
Sounds like this is the opportunity you've been waiting for. I think you should go for it.
Thanks for the support, tourist. It helps, especially when the mind is working out so many what-ifs. I will leave the key to the reserve in the drop spot for you. Lantern will be on when it's there. When the shit goes down for the reserve, if you're thinking it's all too much and you want out, come find us. The Exodus could use someone with your particular set of talents. My hope is you won't be a fool, but my mind suspects you'll be too hooked on that damn reserve pipe dream just like everybody else. All I can do is wish you good luck and good judgment, tourist. Take care of yourself.
Casey, you there? Casey, good news.
Good news? Hell, tourist. I would classify that as fucking outstanding news. No, look, I don't want to jinx it, but... No, you know what? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Best not to risk the jinx. Let's just forge ahead. One step at a time. Okay, so, the part to repair the final pump. Gosh, I don't have much to go on. It's weird. There's been really faint chatter about it on a few channels. It's been nothing but static for months. There's an outpost called Bastion, set up in a heavily defended duplex home. Barricades and optimal sightlines. The Reclaimed currently control it. Now, the place has been a hotbed of conflict between Tower and Reclaimed for a while. From what I'm hearing, that's where it is, so be ready for a shitstorm. Good luck, and hey, keep your head on a swivel.
Hey, Casey. How's it going?
Oh, hey, tourist. Honestly, I'm a little freaked out.
Hey, Casey. How's it going?
Oh, hey, tourist.
You're always freaked out, Casey. It's who you are. A freak out.
No, I'm not always freaked out, tourist. That's an exaggeration, and you know it.
If you don't think you can handle it, you should probably just stay locked up down there. Violence is as much a plague on the world as the dead. Not gonna sugarcoat it.
Oh, wow. What great choices. Remain a fucking mole man for the rest of my life, or crawl out of my hole to the surface that's overrun with violent psychopaths and ravenous walking corpses.
Could be worse, you know.
Oh, yeah? I don't see how it could possibly be worse.
You could be a sentient dog turd stuck to the bottom of a walker's rotting foot, doomed to squish slowly in and out of the mud for all eternity.
Yeah, you're right. That'd be a pretty shitty deal. You know, I gotta hand it to you, tourist. A conversation with you is always enlightening, even entertaining sometimes. But, well, that's about all I can handle right now. I'm gonna take a few minutes to myself. I'll talk to you later.
you made it. I didn't doubt that you would, of course, but my patience was beginning to be tested. Let's start with a formal introduction. You are the tourist, and I am Jean-Baptiste. JB for short. There now, we can proceed to matters of more profound consequence. It is my understanding that this gizmo here would be of use to you. It's all yours. Consider it a gift. And when we are finished with our conversation, I will provide you with the missing dial that you'll need to operate it. Sound fair?
Keep it brief. I'm busy.
I won't take much of your time. You have my word. We all have business to attend to. Now, I prefer to play it straight. Once I received word that you were collecting these devices, and to what purpose, I saw an opportunity to connect with the city's most illustrious survivor and have a chat about the reserve. So I made it a priority to acquire one, through various means I will not divulge. And now here you are. It is my hope when I am through, you will see the reserve for what it is. Nothing more than a crutch, holding back the people of this fine city from regaining themselves.
You're a cocky bastard, JB.
Not cocky, convicted. But I also know how to humble myself when dealing with someone as formidable as you. So my apologies if my demeanor seems brash. I'm a man of particular predilections.
Keep the ego in check, and I'll keep an open mind. Go ahead and continue.
I am a firm believer in the greatness of humankind, our ingenuity, our art, our towering scientific achievements. This reserve nonsense, even if the rumors about what may be inside it exceed our wildest dreams, the bounty will only prolong our addiction to survivalism as the only path in life. It will stifle our creativity. It will eventually lead to our withering doom. Now, this is the proposal that I have for you. Continue your search for the reserve, and when you unearth it, which I have the utmost confidence you will, destroy it. These 4 numbers will disable the entire flood contingency system. Mother Nature will rage through the reserve and take care of the rest. 1006. Flood the reserve and set us all free. Give this still glorious city the jump start it needs to refocus on something much grander than mere survival. Grant us hope, tourist, and thank you most sincerely for hearing me out. And let's keep this chat between us, if that's all right. I'm not sure my comrades would see the big picture benefits of removing the reserve from the equation. The floor's now yours, my friend. Anything on your mind that requires clarity?
I want your perspective on the reserve.
Uh-huh.
Why choose me to destroy the reserve?
Because you're the one best equipped to find the accursed place, and I trust you will do the right thing when you do. Call it a hunch.
How did you find this code to flood the reserve?
One of my scouts came across the corpse of a National Guardsman in Rampart High School. The body had a manual for a bunker's flood defense system. I put 2 and 2 together.
If the rumors about what's inside the reserve are true, wouldn't it benefit the Reclaim to get your hands on it?
You are absolutely correct. But once those supplies are gone, then what? The same old fruitless pursuits. And there is the very distinct possibility that the tower gets to it before we do. The only way to guarantee this city will move forward in the proper direction is to remove the reserve from the equation entirely.
I have some other questions for you, JB. I want your perspective on the reserve.
Uh-huh.
I have some other questions for you, JB. I'm curious about the Reclaimed.
Yes?
The Reclaimed have made quite a mark on the city. How did the movement get started?
After my exile from the tower for insubordination, I took to raiding their supply lines. Rather efficiently, I might add. No one ever got hurt, and other exiles clamored to join my operations. Needless to say, Mama and her cohorts were not pleased with my exploits, and they sent several communications asking me to cease my pillaging or there'd be consequences. Of course, I refused. Politely. No one was gonna dictate the terms of my existence anymore. But it wasn't until the tower started sending thugs out to track me down and end me that I decided it was time to send a message of my own.
I've heard snippets about the Reclaimed philosophy, but it would be enlightening to hear it from you.
It's simple, really. We want to live purposeful lives. Reclaim the world and our humanity along with it. Mere survival is so petty. And people to focus solely on survival, it's cruel, really. I believe we must invest in a future of our own design. Life is not worth living otherwise.
What's with the gory rituals?
First one was a man I knew well in my brief tenure as a tower grunt. I'd even called him a friend. Trip was his name. Snuck up on me in the middle of sleep. Tried to slit my throat. Still carry the scar. Well, long story short, Trip was no match for me. I maimed him. Something awful, really. And I dragged his body about a mile all the way to the southern bump, which at the time was the most highly trafficked exit from the tower. I found an old oak, hung him upside down from it so his lifeblood would spill rapidly into the soil. And upon his chest I pinned a note that read, "Keep 'em coming." And just like that, I became the most feared boogeyman Nola has seen since the Axeman. Once I had fear on my side, the rest just blossomed naturally. Those with nowhere else to go wanted what I had, so they listened. And they learned. I empowered them. That's all people want. A sense that their lives still have some meaning.
I have some other questions for you, JB. I've heard enough.
Fair enough. Then we are finished here. The dial, as promised. Godspeed, tourist.
Finally meet, tourist. After all the hype, you're not exactly what I expected. Thought you'd be more put together, bit more danger to your presence.
Sorry to disappoint, lady. Good thing I'm not too concerned about what you think of me.
You should be, fool. Your life may depend on it. I'm Georgia. Maybe you heard of me, maybe not. I could give two shits. What does concern me is the man inside the building you just stepped out of. The time has come to silence him once and for all. Cut off the head that won't shut up. Rest of the Reclaimed fools will fall back in line. Then us tower folk can get back to doing what's right, without all the noise.
He's all yours. I won't stop you.
This is where you come in, Big Shot. I'm gonna offer you an opportunity to be a hero. You game?
That depends. What the fuck do you want me to do?
Quit fucking with me, fool. You know what I want. March back up into that house and kill JB. Prove you are worth more to the tower than the cockroach you've been so far. And in return, all your fucked up transgressions will be forgiven. If you happen to find yourself in the midst of our onslaught on the reserve, tower troops will have your back. You have my word.
I take no issue with killing JB. Consider it done.
No nonsense. I dig it, tourist. I'll let you get to the deed. We'll be waiting, right here. But don't keep us waiting too long. My patience has a limit.
I see you. It's wise to be wandering around.
Don't hang around.
You've returned. To what do I owe the pleasure, tourist?
Tower troops are outside. They want you dead. I suggest you get out of here.
Well, look at you, tourist. Choosing sides. I suppose that's a good sign regarding our previous conversation. For a rogue spirit, you certainly have proven pivotal in the fight for the soul of this godforsaken and still glorious city. I have no designs on escape. I plan to march right out of this house, gun drawn, and send a message. If you feel like joining me, I suggest you keep up. When it comes to violence, I am decisive and swift.